Fisk unit. Fisk unit. Fisk unit. Fisk unit. Fisk unit. What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Giants Outsiders, episode 25. We in the building. Big Fist, the muscle of the Giants community, the hardest voice of sports, and his partner in crime, the 60-minute man, the sharpest sports bettor on the planet, Kyle Pizzle. What's good?
What it do, Fisk?
Oh, not much.
How about them New York Giants? How about that?
Putting in work.
How about that Danny Dimes while we at it?
Putting in work.
I don't even call him Danny Dimes, but tonight I'm calling him Danny Dimes.
Facts.
Was that not his best game all year long?
Yeah. Of the season,
on Sunday?
Absolutely. Of this season specifically?
Now, look, listen. I know we lost. Okay? But let's be honest about something for a second, Fisk. We played one of the best teams, arguably in the NFC, right? The last time we played one of the best teams in the NFC, which was Eagles, we got smacked. But we've came back. We answered the bell after playing a game that after winning, basically getting our playoff berth against Washington. We came back. We played hard. And Danny, against a really good team, showed out.
Yes, sir.
He showed out. And look, we lost by a Christmas miracle. Hope you had a good Christmas, Fist. We lost by a Christmas miracle, 61-yard field goal.
I can't stand the Vikings got a horseshoe stuck up their anus.
Yeah, so they got look, but here's the thing though, Fist. We know now we better than the Vikings.
Absolutely.
We better. If we play them in the playoffs, it's gonna be no problem.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be no problem. Like you take away the Bellinger fumble, which by the way, Danny got screwed on that drive because that was gonna be a touchdown. You take that away. Now Danny did throw an INT, but that was points off the board. You know, they killed themselves. The Vikings didn't beat us. We killed ourselves. That's facts.
Yeah.
And my boy Danny went out there and balled out, Fist. He's balling out right now. He is. He has proven to every DJ doubter, which, by the way, we weren't DJ doubters. He's proven to all these dudes that he is him. He is him, Fisk.
Yes, sir.
DJ is the guy. And guess who told you? Guess who told you? We did. And I hate this. I know you don't want me saying this, Fist, but I got to for content purposes. The Antichrist told everybody before the season that he wasn't going to be the guy in 2023. Now the Antichrist is out here telling everybody he the guy in 2023.
And that's what got me blocked.
That's what got me losing my mind. Is what it got me. How come we couldn't be on the bandwagon before the season started?
Ain't that what we tried to tell him?
We tried to tell him. We tried to tell everybody to watch our content, man. You need to listen to what me and Fisk are trying to tell you.
Remember,
man, read the super chat. I'm gonna lose my voice this whole damn show.
Remember, here's what separates Big Fisk and the 60-minute man, Kyle Pizzle, from the rest of these content creators. Okay, we're men. I
don't even want to talk junk. But it's like when you talk about the G-men and you say you false propagate about all this nonsense and you say stuff that ain't real, I'm gonna get hot about that, Fisk. I'm gonna get hot about it.
And the thing is, Pizzle, we're men, and we have this thing called balls, okay? And we have this thing called integrity. You see, me and Pizzle have balls and integrity, which means we don't have to see something to talk about it. Me and Pizzle
We already know.
We already know.
We
didn't have to see Daniel Jones lead us to the playoffs to tell you he was the guy.
We told you before at the start of the year, before they even kicked the ball off, we said this team is gonna get to the playoffs.
10-7.
They might get there
for 3 straight weeks. 10-7 New York Football Giants.
They might actually get to 10 wins.
We should already be at 10 if it weren't for
I know. I'm just saying though. People said we was crazy when we was calling for 10 wins.
And
People said, "Oh no, y'all stupid. They 7 wins at best. That's the ceiling." I hate when they say that shit. It's the ceiling.
That's what separates the men from the boys. We have balls. We're not scared to speak our mind. We're not scared to speak our truth. The rest of these dudes, they want to be right. They want to sound right because they want to sound smart. They don't have real opinions. They piggyback off each other. You the same regurgitated content over and over and over and over again.
And let me say this, Fisk. I know that on the 4th and 2, they handed the ball off to Saquon and he got the touchdown. But let's make no mistake about it. When they needed the 2-point conversion, who did they put the ball in the hands of?
The anointed one, man.
They gave it to Daniel Jones. They didn't hand off and say, Saquon, save us. No, they said, Daniel, you go out here and tie the ball game up. Now, look, the defense giving up the field goal, that ain't on Danny. I'm sure people want to blame Danny, but that ain't on Danny.
And the thing, too, is another thing that's not on Danny that people need to realize is Patrick Peterson is a Hall of Famer. That was a good play by Patrick Peterson.
That's a great play.
It wasn't like Daniel Jones threw a freaking, what's his name? What's that bum name for the Jets?
Sauce Gardner?
No, the quarterback.
Zach Wilson.
Yeah. He didn't throw a Zach Wilson and throw it to 4 different color jerseys, bro. That dude Zach Wilson be throwing in the crowds that don't got none of his receivers. You know what I'm saying? Even with Daniel Jones throws an interception, it's like, dude made a good play. It's not like Danny put the ball in harm's way where it's like, Danny, what are you doing? It was more like, damn, Patrick Peterson, he's a Hall of Famer.
And here's the thing, Fizz, is you're talking about Patrick Peterson making a play. We don't even we out here hoping something good happens with Isaiah Hodgins and Darius Slayton, and Bellinger's out there with 1.5 eyeballs. And we out here trying to make something work with we ain't even got lemons to make the lemonade. Facts. But we trying to make lemonade. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
It's like wait till this dude actually gets some people with him that he can actually I've never been more excited about a Giants offseason than I am this year. And
we got a winning record.
I know most of these geeks have been talking about offseason the last several years. They're like, yeah, let's talk about the draft. Man, I was too depressed last year to talk about the draft and too depressed to talk about the offseason. But now we got a winning record and a winning team and a quarterback we know for sure is that dude. And I'm just like, man, let's accessorize this dude a little bit.
Speaking of this dude, shout out to LA. Remember, supporting Big Fish is supporting small businesses. G Nation better be grateful we got number 8, aka the anointed one, the chosen one, the one who fell from the sky to deliver us from evil, the Dan-Chise. Okay, I can rock with it. The Dan-Chise, okay. Mm-hmm. Especially given what's going on with Washington, can't pick between 2 bums.
Now, can I say something? Can I say, because I like that. I really like that super chat. The way Giant fans have been acting, Fisk, most notably on Twitter, they deserve Zach Wilson is what they deserve.
They do. Because that's the
way they don't deserve Danny the way they, and I'm not talking about everybody. Some of them, some people that have been like us, but they deserve a guy like Zach Wilson who's Mr. Joe Cool, banging people's moms, but he ain't no good when he steps on the field. That's what they do. That's what they want.
But Pizzle, going into the season, Pizzle, that's how they talked about Danny. They talked about Danny as if he was Zach Wilson.
As if he was that.
Or Trubisky or something. I'm like, Danny ain't never been that bad, bro.
And I said it, and I saw one of these Facebook content. I don't even know who it was, but they like, Derek Carr, the number 1 candidate to replace Daniel Jones in New York. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
Why would we bring in Carr to replace Daniel Jones? Why?
Who had a better record this year?
It doesn't even matter. Like, why would you do that? He couldn't get the job done with Devontae Adams.
What you think Daniel Jones would do with Devontae Adams and Darren Waller?
Exactly.
And Hunter Renfrow.
Exactly. He would tear it up. Like, the dude is like, here's something that people haven't been talking about, and they need to start talking about. Fisk, these geeks, these idiots, they've been saying that Danny don't elevate his players, but he does.
Ha! Ha!
He
Please.
elevates Hodgins. He elevates Slayton. He elevates these dudes.
He's playing with practice squad. He got practice squad receivers out here making plays on the biggest stage. If that's
Fisk,
not
he
elevating the team, I
elevates
don't know.
them. Some of these receivers like Diggs, they elevate Josh Allen. Like
Yes.
Jamar Chase, he elevates Joe Burrow. Danny's elevating these receivers. How do they not see this?
Could you imagine Jamar Chase having to deal with these receivers? Not Jamar Chase, Burrow. Imagine Burrow had to throw the high.
I'm just saying, okay. Go look at the fact what Joe Burrow was. Joe Burrow's a great quarterback. I'm not saying he's not, but the reality is Joe Burrow wasn't that dude in the NFL until Chase got there.
Yeah, but Pizzle, even in college, that dude had Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. I mean,
I know,
damn, bro, dude.
I know. He had some crazy dudes with him. And that's what I'm saying. And I think Joe Burrow is good, but the reality is when he's been successful in college and in the pros, he's had dudes.
Agreed.
He's had dudes.
And
Justin Jefferson, I mean, like, I've watched him, but I mean, obviously we got a close watch him against, like, that dude is just crazy. Like, he's
insane. He's insane, man.
He's insane. Like, he's probably for sure top 3 receiver in the league.
And yeah, I gotta hit that like button. We got 135 people with 35 likes. How's 100 people in here who ain't hit that like button?
Oh, I just saw Big E said Richie James. He elevating Richie James.
Another practice squad player.
Another, like, come on, like, what? Like, this is what bothers me, man. Like, why are y'all not going to these? Me and Fisk should have to do this. Why are y'all not going to these other content creators and telling them y'all been talking stupid all year long?
They probably get banned.
But I'm like, come on, man. Y'all got to do y'all's work, man. Y'all got to put that work in and tell some of these dudes, if y'all going to be making content, y'all got to elevate y'all's game. Because y'all wasn't it in 2022.
You know what you got to do? Don't even do that, Pistol. Just don't even do that. Just say Giants. Just hashtag Giants Outsiders a call today. They'll know what it is. Just hashtag
this is
Giants
nuts.
Outsiders call it today.
It's crazy to me. It's nuts. Like, all of a sudden they on the Danny bandwagon. Man, stop. You was off the. Go back. Look, if y'all don't believe us, go back to episode 1, episode 2 of our podcast, Giants Outsiders, and go listen to it. And the proof is in the pudding. It is.
Hell, read the super chats we were getting about Danny back then. Nobody believed in him.
I'm just saying, no, but that's why these podcasts are important for us to not only record them, but to put them, to have them so that you can go back and listen to them, because it is reality when you listen to it. And so when I watch the Giants lose to the Vikings, yeah, it sucks they lost. Yeah, I wish they would have won. Yeah, everything happened the way we needed it to go ahead and clinch the playoff spot. We're gonna do that anyways against the Colts. We're gonna do it anyways. But it bothers me that all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, Danny that dude now. Danny that dude. What do you mean? Like, he been the dude for years.
And guess
he's
what?
He's been the dude for years.
Pizzle, guess what?
And he's literally carrying this team in the playoffs with no receivers.
The bandwagon is still closed. All Daniel Jones bandwagon applications are still being denied. It's further notice. I'm still denying applications. I need to check that temperature when we're doing contract negotiations, doing free agency, doing the draft. I need to make sure y'all switch up. So all y'all applying to be on the Daniel Jones bandwagon, you're revoked. You've been denied.
Yeah. Like,
you changed.
Mike's right there. How you gonna come out and say, oh yeah, I have the right to change my mind? What do you mean?
No, you're not on Danny.
Like, that's the one thing Giant fans need to get better at, Fist. Like, support your dude from start to finish.
Be a fan.
Be a fan. Like, for one time in your life, just be a fan, man. Please. Like, support why couldn't, like, okay, so they declined Danny's 5th-year option. You could have said, okay, I don't really like Danny, but I got 17 more games with him. I'm gonna support him, and then when the 17 games are with, I'm done with him. But you could have quietly done that. You didn't have to come out and be so boisterous. You didn't have to make content. You didn't have to put it on Twitter. You didn't have to put it in the comments. No, you didn't have to do none of that. You could have just quietly just said, you know what, I don't really like the guy, but I'm gonna support him. No, You went out there and said some dumb stuff, and now you coming out here and saying, "Oh, but I have the right to change my mind." What are you talking about? You done ordered your food, geek. You done ordered your food. We ain't gonna go back in the kitchen and make you new food.
Exactly. Shout out to Man of Culture. Remember, supporting Big Fisk is supporting small businesses. What's up, y'all? Just wanted to put this here before this Oregon game started in the stadium. F the Colts, F the fake fans. Ain't nobody scared of the 49ers in the playoffs. Danny gonna be back next year, and the haters gonna cry. I love that energy.
I love that
I
energy.
love that energy.
I want to be in the stadium with that guy right now. I want to go to a game with Man of Culture.
Yeah, Man of Culture. That's
my man just hit us with a $49.99 and then just motivated my ass.
Facts. That's what I'm talking about. F the Colts, F them all, bro. F them fake
F them
fans.
all. Like, oh, so what? Like, do I want to play the 49ers? No, but guess what? Bring them on.
We ain't scared.
We ain't scared. Let's go.
Any given Sunday, bro.
Yeah, I'd rather play the Vikings, but I don't care, man. Bring on anybody.
We want all smoke. And
honestly, if we beat the 49ers, then I'm going to start thinking like we can beat anybody.
Oh, yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl. If we beat the 49ers, we're going to the Super Bowl.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
They got the best roster in the NFC. I don't care what anybody says.
We can't beat the 49ers and not carry that energy somewhere else. Because I'm going to tell you what, Fizz, you can already see the Eagles starting to fade. They getting hurt.
Yeah. Yep.
Their dudes are getting hurt. They fading.
And by the time, and if we do get to the Eagles, we'll have McKinney back. We'll have Adoree back.
Jackson.
Hodgkins has gotten way better.
And that's the thing too, is if they win, what I mean, they gonna win on Sunday. They're gonna beat the Colts. When they beat the Colts, they can all the dudes that need a rest can get that rest against the Eagles.
Which is why I'm kind of I'm like.
But if we beat the Colts, we lock up the 6th seed too. We can't even move.
Yeah, but I also feel like I don't see the 49ers losing another game. They might get the 2nd seed. Because
I don't care. We can't control that.
We can't control it, but I'm just saying I think Green Bay is going to beat I think Green Bay's going to win out. And when they win out, they're going to beat Minnesota. So I think Minnesota's going to fall to the 3 seed because I think we're going to get our rematch, bro.
Oh, I would love it. I would love it because we're going to win that game.
We definitely gonna win that game. I think we're gonna get our rematch, bro.
And see, here's the thing. Here's the reason why I would love that too, because I think we can win that game, and then not only that, but then we would get the Eagles next. Because I don't see Washington going in the playoffs and winning. I don't see them beating the 49ers.
No. Green Bay's going to the playoffs. Washington's not making it.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, because the Cowboys. Because here's the thing, right? The Cowboys aren't gonna. I don't see.
They would play either the Bucks or the Panthers.
No. I'm talking about Washington. I don't think Washington's gonna get an easy out with the schedules because the Cowboys, Cooper Rush can still beat them, bro. That's the thing.
That's true. That is true.
Cooper Rush can still beat them. Even if Dallas sits their starters, Cooper Rush can still beat them dudes. So it's just one of those situations where it's like I don't see Washington making it.
Whoever's the 7th seed, I don't. Maybe if the Packers got in because the way they're kind of hot right now, they could be a dangerous team. But I still think that I would be banking on the fact of if we was to win that game, if we played Minnesota, we win that game in the wild card round. I would see us, since we would be the 6th seed, we would play Philly.
I'm with you on that. Because
that's all I'm saying. Now, I guess there is a possibility.
They always lose to the 49ers anyway. They can't beat the 49ers.
Well,
Pizzle, Aaron Rodgers never beats that team. He never beats the 49ers.
Yeah, I don't see Aaron Rodgers. I see us play. I don't know why, but I just see us playing Philly in the playoffs. I see it. I vision it.
No, it's probably going to happen. I don't want it to happen, but it's probably going to happen.
I kind of want it to happen. I feel like in order for us to do anything, we have to play one of our NFC's foes. We have to get over that hump.
Well, I prefer the Eagles over Dallas because Dallas has.
There could be a possibility that we'd have to play both of them. But I'm just going. Here's the thing. Here's what I said this on Twitter, and I meant it when I said it. The Giants are a top 4 NFC team. I think the top 4 teams are, in not particular any order, I think it's the Giants, the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the 49ers.
Agreed.
I don't think the Vikings are I think the Vikings are good, but I have a feeling after what I saw on Sunday, Kirk Cousins is going to blow it in the playoffs. He's going to blow it.
The luck is going to run out in the playoffs.
He's going to blow it. The Packers are hot right now. I get that, but they got a lot of question marks. Washington, they don't even know who the hell to play at quarterback at this point. They're lost. They're going back to Carson Wentz, which I can't believe that, but whatever. They're just the Giants. The Giants are a top 4 NFC team, and the Bucs are a joke. Let's be honest.
They're a joke, but they're going to beat the Cowboys.
Well, if that happens, that'd be great.
They're a joke, but let's call it what it is. They're going to beat the Cowboys in Tampa. They're going to beat the Cowboys in Wild Card Weekend. We know, it's going to happen.
Well, that would be typical Cowboy fashion, though, wouldn't it?
You got the most clutch player in the whole sport versus the most unclutch team on the planet. Like you know it's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna be the fourth quarter. Brady has done it all season long, despite how bad the Bucs have been.
Mm-hmm.
You give Brady a chance to beat you, he will still beat you.
And that is. Brady finds a way. I gotta give him credit. He finds a way.
He got like 5 game-winning drives that make no fucking sense this season, bro. He had the Rams victory, the Saints victory, that bullshit he pulled off on fucking Christmas. He had the other game. Oh my gosh, like 2 weeks before the Christmas game, he won a game he had no business winning. Forgot what happened, but this dude Tom Brady in the fourth quarter had just been getting away. He just been doing Tom Brady stuff all freaking year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell did he beat 2 weeks ago?
I can't. I was trying to think of it too. I can't think of it.
Got away with some bullshit. I don't know how Tom Brady be getting away with the bullshit. But Tom Brady be getting away with some bullshit, man.
Yeah, he does. He does. You're right about that. And honestly, they Bucs have already beat the Cowboys once this year. So maybe they'll feel pretty good, like some mojo with that. But all I know is the Giants are going to the playoffs. That's what I know.
Exactly.
And everybody there was a lot of content creators and people said that we weren't going to do it. It wasn't going to happen. Danny's been getting it done. He's leading the way. I mean, I hate that we have to say we told you so, but we told you so.
I love saying I told you so. I love being right. I love it. We told you so. We told you so.
We told you so.
Choke on it.
And honestly, it felt like to me this year after that Titans game, after that Week 1 Titans game, it just felt like this is going to be a special year.
Agreed.
Something's going to happen. And I'm not saying they go on the Super Bowl or anything like that. I'm just saying it's been a special year. You go to the playoffs, that's a special year. If you can win a playoff game, that's a good year. And so the Giants are they're shaping up to do some really cool things in the next month. And I'm excited about it. I really am.
I am too. And real quick, hit that like button. There's 170 people in here. We got 60 likes. I got to run that like button up. Keep me in the algorithm. Fist Vegas versus the algorithm. You want to know who my enemy is? You want to know who our opposition is? It's the algorithm. Somebody sent me a comment on my Daniel Jones video the other day and said, Fist, how come you ain't got 1 million subscribers? Fist, why you ain't blow up like that yet? Because the algorithm hates me. Okay? I put out what they deem controversial content. So because I put out controversial content,
we both do.
Yes, the algorithm hates me. So in order for me to overcome the algorithm and be successful, y'all have to hit the like button. You have to subscribe. Y'all have to do all the little things to keep me popping in the algorithm.
Well, but they got to, people that consume content on YouTube, especially in the sports landscape, they got to do more. They got to start hitting like buttons that they like. If they want to super chat. They got to start holding also their content creators that they watch accountable for their actions. Yeah. They got to. Like if you want better content, start holding your content creators to accountability. It's important. Why are you liking their stuff when they telling you stupid stuff?
Exactly. Hold
We
them
telling
accountable.
you good stuff, we can't get a like.
Exactly. Shout out to Prince Castro. Castro, what up, baby? Was that you with the? Was that? Yeah, that was Cat. Oh, so Pistol. Check this out, right? My man Castro was at the Vikings game with his son, on Saturday, and guess what happened? He
What
got
happened?
he got Daniel Jones's towel. His son got Daniel Jones's towel, bro.
Really?
Yes, sir. My
Wow.
man, my man Prince Castro had him a day. Feed 5-4 fump. You damn right. The Giants is coming. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Prince Castro.
I'm glad
Live,
Prince had a good time. That's awesome.
live from behind enemy lines, man. Shout out to my boy Castro. And speaking of which, the WWE is in my area tonight, and I said I'm doing Giants Outsiders, bro. Even though floor seats was $40, I was tempted. Floor seats is only $40.
It's because you care about the people.
I care about y'all. So y'all better get me 100 likes. I better have 100 likes because I could be to watch a Roman Reigns beat somebody ass right now, but I'm live with y'all. Pizzle, I went to Ticketmaster. It was $40 for a ringside seat. I'm like, huh?
That's not bad.
That was super cheap. That was so cheap. I was gonna buy 3 tickets and take a couple of my models with me. I was about to call a couple of my models and be like, hey, look, I know I said we're not gonna mix business with pleasure, but y'all trying to come to this WWE thing with me? Shit, I would have been out there pimped out. What? And I would have waited for the camera to catch him too. I would have look at Big Fist. Look at me. That would have been a perfect face reveal. Me in the crowd at a WWE event, front row seats with 2 beautiful women next to me. I would not have mind being that's my face reveal. That was my face reveal. If I went, I'd be like, yeah, look at Big Fist right there. I told you I was a sexy ass nigga. Look at me right there. Bad chicks. 2 bad chicks next to me too. Look at your boy. Look at your boy. I would have showed my face with pride.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it too.
We're here instead.
Here instead. So I hit that like button. Shout out to my man Mark Stewart. Been a channel member for over 17 months. He says, you damn right the applications are revoked. Yes, I'm not approving nobody Daniel Jones applications till next September, bro. Not doing it. Because Pizzle, I want to make sure they act right. I want to make sure I want to make sure they on Daniel Jones' side during negotiation. I want to make sure they're not trying to draft Will Levis in fucking April. And I want to make sure they're not trying to get Derek Carr during free agency.
Oh, they gonna do it. And the argument now is well, this guy is an upgrade over Dan. And I'm like, wait a minute. You don't know that he's an upgrade, my man. You don't. So stop saying it. I mean, first of all, let's be honest. You talking about a quarterback in Daniel Jones who was getting the Giants to the playoffs with no receivers. How do you upgrade over that, Fisk?
Hold on, Pizzle. See, that's the games you two be playing with me, bro. The dude John Moore just said he can't even see the like button. See that? I told y'all, bro. The only way I'm ever gonna overcome the algorithm is with y'all help. They're not even showing some of y'all the like button. Y'all can't even see the thumbs up.
Yeah.
See, Pizzle?
We being thrown out of the algorithm.
Bro, they don't like. I'm telling you, YouTube like that bubblegum bullshit. Them other content creators be putting out, bro.
Yeah.
They see
we got handcuffs on us right now, and they leading us out the building.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sherelle Parker. Sherelle Parker retracted her super chat comment. Okay, but I think she's coming up. Okay, so Sherelle Parker sent in another super chat. I'm gonna get to hers right after Big Blue for Life. Shout out to Big Blue for Life. I've been called a fool for years for defending DJ. Yo, people tried to tell me and Pistol we didn't know nothing. What was the word the Antichrist used?
They called us. It was Jonestown.
Jonestown was the poodle.
The poodle.
Antichrist said we were spreading false hope.
Yeah, false hope. Yeah, false prophecy or false hope.
False hope or something like that.
Yeah, and so the Jonestown thing I took personal because it's like, wait a minute. You telling me because I'm being a fan and I'm supporting my dude that I'm part of a cult. Why I
Yeah,
got to be part of a cult?
exactly.
Why
And
you
now
got to put me? Why you got to put me in this little cult group like I'm out here wearing weird
but
dresses and shit?
but here's the thing, Pizzle. Daniel Jones is the quarterback of your football team. How are you going to call the people who support the quarterback of your football team?
Yeah,
How are
like
you going to
honestly,
alienate
the poodle ought to every time he does a Giants stream instead of a Lakers one, he ought to take an egg and smack it over the top of his head.
Yeah, because he didn't predict the team to be good,
Because
and
he told everybody
Daniel.
he's trying to make fun of people part of Jonestown. No, take an egg, smash it over your head, and move on.
I wonder how many of y'all want to be part of Jonestown now. How
Yeah,
many of y'all want to walk through the gates of Jonestown now? How many
yeah.
of y'all?
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the people that one part of quote unquote Jonestown, y'all look stupid right now.
Y'all look real dumb.
Y'all look dumb.
Y'all look super dumb. Because and here's the thing too. I want to kill some narrative real quick. I'm gonna get the super chats in 1 minute. I need to catch a body on the narrative real quick. This whole narrative that Daniel Jones just got good, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones been carrying this team for 3 years.
He really has.
This is
They Fizz,
he's
we said
doing
this at the start of the year, and I'm gonna say it again. Every single time he got hurt in the last 2 years, the team went down.
horribly.
And it's so funny because you can tell who played sports and who didn't play sports. Because the people who didn't play sports growing up, they clearly didn't see the fact of when the best player went down, the team went down.
Exactly.
Because when you play sports as a kid, you realize like, oh crap, we don't have our best player today. We suck.
Exactly. And you know who I feel bad for the most this season? And I was thinking about him in the car earlier today. I was thinking about him in the car earlier today because I like the game plan for our show every Wednesday. And I was thinking, you know what, Piss? I was like, if that damn Dave Gettleman could have just hired a coach.
Yeah.
Because this is his team. Outside of Kayvon and Evan Neal, this is really Gettleman's team. And I'm just like, if Gettleman just could have just got the coach right, he'd still be here.
That is
Still be here.
That is Gettleman's biggest fault. I don't blame him for Pat Shermer because Pat Shermer was a late hire, but Joe Judge he screwed up. And the reality is, if Dave Gettleman would have gotten, let's say, a Brian Dable, Gettleman would still be with the Giants.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Pretty much.
Gettleman did not look. You can tell me all about the free agents and the bad contracts and this and that. And look, I hate Kenny Golladay. Nate Solder wasn't a good. I get all that. But the reality is, a lot of the dudes that are successful this year for the Giants and are helping this team make the playoffs are Gettleman guys.
They're just being coached right for one.
They're just being coached correctly. The team has got a real leadership. And look, is Isaiah Hodgins a Gettleman guy? No. But Darius Slayton, Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, Andrew Thomas, these are Gettleman guys, which, by the way, Joe Shane to me is still on the fence. Evan Neal has been trash for the last month.
I ain't want to say it, but yeah, he definitely.
Evan Neal's been trash. And he's a rookie. He's going to figure it out. But I'm just telling you, Joe Shane's first lineman pickup, he been shaky at best. He's been shaky.
I would try and give him a pass because he's a rookie, but he has been looking a little bad.
He has. I mean, he's been bad. Like, I don't know what it is. But I mean, the coaches, the two coaches that Gettleman brought in, Shermer and Judge, they were both terrible. They were trash. It didn't work. Gettleman brought in good players, and I always felt like the blame that Gettleman was getting was unjustified. And to me, this year has been a lot of gratification because I feel like not only has Daniel Jones succeeded, but a lot of Gettleman's players have succeeded as well. You'll notice that the defense has gotten worse since Xavier McKinney's been out.
Yep.
And when Xavier McKinney comes back, the defense will be better for it. And so that part sucked. Now, another thing, Olojuwari, when he's been out there, he's been a sack machine. Kayvon's been better when Olojuwari's been out there. Kayvon's been, I think, had a pretty good year. But Dexter Lawrence has been a monster this year. Leonard Williams was a good trade. there's a
The only bad
lot
thing
of
Gettleman did was Galladay. Other than Galladay, it worked. Adoree worked. You just brought up Leonard
yeah, and I
Williams.
didn't even like the Adoree signing, but Adoree has worked. Like Gettleman,
Blake
that's
Martinez
that's
was
another
good
thing.
before injury.
That's another thing that pisses me off about the other content creators is because they just go with whatever the majority narrative is because they don't want to be viewed as they want to be liked, and they just want people's super chats, and they don't have an opinion of themselves. They don't have any nuts. And if you really been watching the Giants, I think blaming Gettleman was stupid, was dumb. And
It was the easy way
I
out.
get that the last year he screwed up the whole free agency thing, the money wise. But he knew it was his one chance. He knew that I have to get it done this year, otherwise they're gonna fire my
Yeah,
ass.
but in Gettleman's defense, Daniel Jones needed a damn receiver, and we got the best one on the market. Galladay was the cream of the crop of the wide receiver market that year. And he was the cream of the crop, man.
And
We
look,
got
I'm seeing people say Neal's been playing injured, and I get that he's been, but he wasn't great even when he wasn't injured. He's been an upgrade, but Evan Neal has not had a perfect season by any means. He's had a lot of ups and downs this year, a lot of them. So
he got
I
stepping up.
understand he's playing through injury. I understand all that, but like it's not been ideal. It just hasn't been. There's been a lot of growing pains with Evan Neal this year.
And shout out to Sherelle Parker. Remember, supporting Big Fisk is supporting small businesses. No cap. Been a Giants fan since the 4th grade. If DJ carries them past the first round, Shane got to pay him. Max contract. Dollars and haters stay off the bandwagon. Happy 2023. Happy New Year to you, Sherelle. And
Yeah,
you're
now
right.
we can say Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you, Sherelle. And you're right, Sherelle. If Daniel Jones wins a playoff game, fuck the $40 million discount that he's supposed to be giving. He gonna be getting a whole $55 million. He won a playoff round. He won a playoff game, especially if it's at San Francisco. Daniel Jones won a playoff game with these weapons. His agent will not let him sign for anything less than $55 million.
Oh, he's and that's going to be a lot of the debate in the offseason, Fisk. When he gets his contract, the doubters are going to lose their minds.
They're gonna be sick.
They're going to be sick, but they need to go ahead and get ready for it. Because here's the thing, you ain't this whole idea like, oh, he should give us a hometown discount or he should come. What are you talking about? Like Jones he knows he's the best player on the team.
If your name ain't Brady, you don't name a quarterback not named Tom Brady. They give a discount in their prime.
Yeah, I mean, what are they thinking about?
Other than Tom Brady, no quarterback in the history of mankind has ever given a discount in their prime. Not Breeze, not Peyton, not Rodgers, not Mahomes. Mahomes' contract is a discount now because people have gotten paid since. But remember when Mahomes signed that $450 million contract? He broke the internet. But, quarterbacks have gotten paid since. But nah, bro. Quarterbacks in their prime don't get discounts. They don't do that.
They don't do that.
The exception to the rule.
Seriously, again, would I love Danny to give us a friendly deal or whatever like this and that? Sure. But it ain't reality.
How many times did Dak go to the playoffs in his first 4 years? He went to the playoffs his rookie season.
I was going to say, was it one?
I think, no, he went there twice?
Because then they have a couple 8-8 seasons with him there.
Yeah, they did. It wasn't all roses. But the point I'm trying to make is this: Dak, this Daniel Jones situation, right? It reminds me so much of Dak Prescott, bro, because Cowboy fans just knew that Dak was gonna give him a discount. Oh, Dak's gonna give us a discount. He's a team guy. Dak's gonna do his best for the team. Dak says, "Suck my dick. Give me my max contract." And you think Danny ain't gonna do the same thing? All these, Daniel Jones he's $25 million and that's his money. Yeah, please. He's gonna make Joe Shane tag him, and if Joe Shane don't tag him,
if they gave him like 4 years, $100 million, we would be lucky.
That would be his agent should be fired. His agent ain't gonna let him do that. But
No, I know, but I'm just saying that would be bare minimum. Like, we got lucky.
And check this out, right? I don't know Daniel Jones personally, but I'm gonna go out on a limb. I don't know him personally, but I'm just gonna go out on a limb, and I'm just gonna let y'all know something now, right? Y'all don't think Daniel Jones has an ego? I mean, he does a good job. He's great. He's great at hiding it. But quarterbacks' ego is built into that contract. Every quarterback in the NFL judges themselves on that contract. You think Daniel Jones gonna play for a penny less than Kyler Murray?
Oh, Michael down there is exactly right. The Jets would love to have Daniel Jones.
That'll be the team that gives him the most money.
Oh,
If Daniel Jones hit the open market, the Jets and the Commanders are going to be the teams who offer him the most money. The Jets and the Commanders, those are the teams that are going to offer him the biggest bag. If he
now it might be the Raiders involved.
Yeah, even though I think they're probably going to go.
There's a lot of teams that would be involved. Fist, Colts, Raiders, Commanders, Jets. I mean, it's going to be it's galore.
That's why like I find it funny when they say, "Oh, Daniel Jones is going to play for a discount." Yeah, okay. He's going to either play on a max contract or a franchise tag. There's no in between. You know who's going to play on a discount next year? Saquon. That's the guy who's going to play on a discount. All that $16 million shit ain't going to happen. Saquon going to get like $12, $13 million max.
The argument that the one argument that the Giants can use against both Daniel and Saquon is the injury argument. Is they can both go to them and say, look, you've only proven you can play a full season healthy a couple of times. Daniel's only played a full season. This is his one time that he's ever even played a full season, Fish.
Knock on wood.
And I mean, and yeah, that's if he makes the next 2 games. But, the last several seasons, last few seasons, he has either not played full or he's gotten hurt. And so the Giants can still use that as leverage into saying, hey, look, man, you still got to prove to us that you can stay healthy. Same thing with Saquon. You got to prove to us that you can stay healthy. Now, these other teams don't care about that. They just need a quarterback. But, maybe I could see Giants wanting or Daniel wanting to stay with the Giants. But this idea that he's, these idiots out here that say the things that they say, he's not going to come cheap. He's just not.
Not even a little bit.
Especially when you make some playoffs.
Exactly. Shout out to Mark Stewart. Fist Vegas and Kyle Pizzle salute. You already know the vibes, man. Shout out to Mark Stewart, bro. Mark Stewart, channel member for 17 months, bro. Shout out to Mark Stewart. Shout out to Twist T. Remember, supporting Big Fish can support small businesses. It's so funny. The haters thought we wasn't gonna make the playoffs because of Danny, but don't want to give him the credit for us getting there. It's Barkley or the coaching. We couldn't move the ball past the 50. That's the thing, right? Everybody talks about the coaching. Everybody talks about Saquon. But the truth of the matter is we can't cross the 50 without Danny. We can't.
Yeah.
We showed y'all that last year. Last year we had Tony out there. We had freaking Galladay out there. Who else we had last year? Galladay. It was Galladay, Tony, Evan Ingram, who, go figure, is a monster in freaking Jacksonville right now. And I think that's what's going to happen to Darius Slayton, too. I just think sometimes players just need to change the scenery. I really do.
Well, let me say this, too. Evan Ingram, like, he's probably one, I think, change the scenery. But also, he probably just wants to play in warm weather. He probably hated the cold, Fist.
I can't stand cold weather, so I don't blame him.
He probably just hated the cold.
I drop every damn thing in the cold. First of all, nah, I'm not a cold weather player. They bench my ass for all cold weather games. Hell no, I hate the cold. Oh no, I hate the cold. But here's the thing too, Twitch. You gotta understand, bro. People hate admitting when they wrong. They hate admitting when they wrong. They can't hold the L. If you go back and look, right? Pizzle has been trying to tell y'all this for the first 45 minutes of the show. hold them other content creators accountable.
Hold them accountable.
Because they do not want to admit they were wrong about Danny and they were wrong about the team. Because you would think that the Giants had no talent. You would think that there was no talent. Oh, this Giants team isn't very talented. We don't have a lot of good players. Bullshit. Who's the best defensive tackle in the league right now? Dexter Lawrence.
It's Dexter Lawrence.
Who's the defensive rookie of the year? In my humble opinion, is going to be Kayvon.
It might be Kayvon.
Because I think Kayvon has had so many big moments. He just
especially if he helps the Giants get in the playoffs.
Who's a top 10 quarterback right now? Daniel Jones.
For sure.
I mean, who's the best left tackle on the planet right now? Pro Bowl be damned. Andrew Thomas.
And by the way, Fisk, how many times, let me ask you this, Fisk. How many times this year, because we've played some good ones, how many times this year have you watched the Giants play and said, damn, the other team's quarterback is way better than our quarterback?
Not once. Not one fucking game. Not one.
And let's remember, we played the Jags, we played the Ravens, we played the Packers, we played the Eagles, we played the Cowboys, we played a ton of teams. And that's reality. Reality is the other team's quarterback has not looked that much better than Danny's.
His best game. Now that you brought it up, by the way.
Who?
His best game was the Packer game when we was down 17 points.
Okay, that was a good game from Danny.
I forgot. But
it's just from a statistical point. This past Sunday, for him to throw as many yards as he did, to lead those that come from behind, that was a great game from Danny.
But here's the thing, though, Pizzle. That's the greatness of Daniel Jones, because we can make the case that what he did versus Washington 2 weeks ago might have been his best game off the simple fact.
Yeah, very well could be.
With the season on the line, that fucking drive in the second quarter with that 4th and 9 conversion to Richie James, I'm just like, that Pizzle, that's how great Daniel Jones is, that we're debating his great performances.
Well, here's what bothers me. Here's another thing that bothers me is that I had an argument with some, and I don't want to say who, but they were talking about, I was arguing like, man, Danny hasn't turned the ball over at all this year. And then their argument back was, well, he don't take chances. He don't take chances. He don't take chances. And then he throws an interception to Patrick Peterson. And then you go straight to their content on a place like Twitter and you say, yeah, that's what we were afraid of with Daniel. Just which is it? Do you want him to take chances and might throw interceptions, or are you going to hold him to the gun when he does throw an interception? That's what bothers me. Is like y'all just sitting on a situation waiting to blame him for everything.
But that's bullshit, because going into the season last year, PFF graded him the number 1 deep throw in the league. Remember the narrative last year, Pizzle, us Daniel Jones truthers? PFF graded Daniel Jones the number 1 deep ball throw in the NFL going into the 2021 season. And all Joe Judge talked about was pushing the ball, letting Danny throw a vertical. And now all of a sudden, because Daniel Jones has matured as a quarterback and doesn't want to turn the ball over, now y'all say he can't throw the deep ball. A year ago, y'all was begging for Danny to throw the deep ball because how good he was at the deep ball. And now, because Daniel Jones has matured as a quarterback and knows when to take risk and when not to take risk, like, bro, doesn't he hit Slayton on at least one bomb a fucking week, Pizzle?
At this rate, he does.
I don't understand it. Like, what do you mean he doesn't take chances? Like, this dude Slayton catches like one bomb a week, bro. Like, moving on. Shout out to Pandemonium. Evan is still injured. Oh, Evan Ingram got injured? I didn't know that.
I mean, he talking about Evan. He talking about Evan Neal. Yeah, he talking. And look, I get it. I understand. Evan Neal is playing through banged up, and I appreciate that out of him. But my point being is it's not like I feel like Andrew Thomas played better as a rookie than Evan Neal has.
Andrew Thomas has never been bad.
I don't think he's ever been bad. There's some times when I watch Evan Neal and I'm thinking, man, that ain't good. Now, it's not to say he can't get good, but, he's not this sure locked up thing protecting
Because
Danny on the right side right now.
here's the thing, though. In Evan Neal's defense, in his defense, Pizzle, he actually gets the best pass rusher every week. They don't put him on Andrew Thomas.
Yeah.
They put him on
Evan. That's true.
So in Evan Neal's defense, it's kind of he's being thrown to the wolves early.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Being thrown to the wolves early. So I kind of I think he'll be fine, bro. I really do.
I do too. But this was going back to our Gettleman debate, and everyone talking about how terrible Gettleman was. But the point being is between the two, Gettleman got a really good lineman in Andrew Thomas and Joe Shane. We're still questioning. Evan Neal's still questionable on how good he is. I think he's good, but he's not this thing where it's like Andrew Thomas. Like Andrew Thomas is one of our best players on the team. He's top 5 best player on the team for sure.
He going in timeout. Charles Barkley just said that Andrew Thomas can't pass block. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what game he watching.
Saying that dumb shit. You in timeout. Shout out to Michael R. DJ goes to the Jets. I will start wearing green. John Mara's not letting Danny lead the Giants, so we good. John Mara's not letting Danny lead the Giants, so we're good. Look, me and Pizzle are talking about the options because it's just a reality that if Daniel Jones hit the market, there are bidders. But
yeah, there's bidders, all right.
John Mara's not letting him out that fucking door. It's not gonna happen. John Mara's not there. You want to talk about the one person on the planet who's happier than me and Pizzle that Daniel Jones has succeeded? It's probably John Mara.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, John Mara came out at the owners' meeting and said, "We've done everything in our power to ruin this kid. We screwed him up."
Well,
those were John Mara's words.
And so not only that, Fisk, and I give you credit on this. I want to make sure you get your credit because I heard it from you first, and ever since you said it, I've thought about it. He's little Eli.
Baby Eli to a T.
He's baby Eli. And Mara's not going to let baby Eli leave the building.
He's the epitome, like the standard that Eli Manning set. All right, so put it this way, right? Eli Manning set the standard for what the New York Giants quarterback is supposed to be. Daniel Jones is he's a spitting image of what the image that Eli Manning, he's the spitting image of Eli. If you just look at the way he carries himself, the way he talks in his press conference, the way he conducts himself with the New York media, the same way Aaron Judge followed the Derek Jeter blueprint, Daniel Jones is following the Eli Manning blueprint. He's not going anywhere. Like if you see it with Zach Wilson, right? You see it with Zach Wilson. You've seen it with Mark Sanchez. There's a certain way you got to act in the New York media. Not everybody's built for this New York spotlight. Not everybody built for it. You got to act a certain way when you're in New York because the media and the fan base is just a little different. We just sat here and shitted on Daniel Jones haters for 30 minutes. It's not just Daniel Jones. They threw Saquon in the fire. They threw Kadarius Toney was in the fire, which is why a lot of people was like, Kadarius Toney couldn't handle the New York media. He couldn't. He couldn't handle the media. What makes Kayvon so good is Kayvon, he embraces the New York media. He can handle it. Carmelo Anthony.
I will say this. I have to give Kayvon a lot of credit because I was very nervous about how he would handle the media this year. And in my opinion, he's been solid. Not only has he been solid, Fizz, he has gotten better each and every week, and he has elevated his play as the seasons went on.
Exactly.
I mean, Kayvon has literally elevated his play. He doesn't look like he's hitting a rookie wall. He stepped up his game. He looks good. And like that's to me is a really good pick by Joe Shane.
He's a defensive rookie of the year, Pizzle. Because the thing with Sauce Gardner is I get it. Sauce Gardner's good. He is good. He's good. Kayvon is out here making game-winning fourth-quarter clutch plays. at least 4 or 5 times.
And by the way, I don't know if you saw that one of the big plays at the end of the game in that Viking game. It was like the little screen pass that got the Vikings up to like the 50. Kayvon was getting held tremendously.
Kayvon been getting held all damn year.
And they didn't call it. And it was a terrible hold call. And they didn't call it. And it's like, well, you just make an excuse. But when I say that, is Kayvon's playing at a high level that he gets held. And in other situations, that play might have got called back. And that whole drive would have been killed because of Kayvon's effort and his ability.
Pretty much.
So, I mean, here's the thing. This is why I'm optimistic about the playoffs, because if we get some of these guys back like Adoree Jackson, Xavier McKinney, and we're playing at the level we've been playing at the last few weeks, to me, we're only going to be better.
Exactly. We're going to be a tough out. Nobody wants to play us.
We're going to be better.
Nobody wants to play the Giants in a playoff game. We're going to be a tough out. It's going to be scary. Shout out to Nathan. Nathan says, Jones and Barkley seem like they enjoy playing together. I'm hoping that works in our favor to keep them. Look, Danny ain't going nowhere. We know that. As far as Saquon goes,
I think the jury's still out on Saquon coming back.
I don't know what Saquon's gonna do. I don't know. I can't sit here and tell you. I think, gun to my head, I think he comes back because I think he gets the franchise tag at best. They're gonna pay Danny ahead of
time. They
pay
Danny. They do. If Saquon comes back to the Giants, they do the Le'Veon Bell thing with him.
But my question to you is this, Pizza. Do you think they're going to pay Danny before they have to tackle? You think they get that contract hammered out?
I think they're going to get that done because John Mayer's going to make sure it gets done.
Oh, no, I think it's going to get done, but you don't think
the Saquon thing is the thing that I don't think gets done. That's the thing because this team Saquon has made plays, but it's not that has he made plays that is so abnormal that other running backs can't make those plays? Like that 4th and 2. Was that a play only Saquon Barkley could have made?
No.
I think a lot of running backs could have made that play. So the point being is that, again, Saquon's been good the last couple of weeks. He's picked up his game. He disappeared for like a month and this and that. But to me, if there's anybody that's going to have to give a discount, it's Saquon.
Basically.
I mean, I'm just telling. I don't think Saquon's going to be a priority for this regime and giving him a big contract. It's not. They're not going to prioritize the running back position. They're not. They're just not going to do it, Fizz.
Because I'll tell you what. They better be happy that Buffalo sniped James Cook from us, because I know for a fact Joe Shane wanted James Cook, but Buffalo sniped him right before.
But look at the teams that some of these dudes are coming from. Like you've mentioned, the Bills have never had a Saquon Barkley. They never drafted a guy like Saquon Barkley. The Chiefs, where Kafka came from, they've never had this big running back. I mean, they had good running backs, but never relied on anybody like Saquon.
Was it Kareem Hunt a 3rd round pick though? So
who?
Kareem Hunt, I think.
But Fisk, you can get Kareem Hunt this offseason.
And that's what I was gonna get at that, and that's the point I was gonna get at too. I
think Kareem Hunt could do what Saquon's doing,
and that's why I'm kind of shocked we didn't get Sammy Watkins too, because I figured Kafka would have wanted to get Sammy Watkins, but maybe I don't know. I was shocked we didn't pick up Sammy Watkins.
Look, I'm not saying Saquon sucks. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not out here saying like Saquon's straight trash. I'm not. But the reality is there's a lot of guys that the Giants have to pay. They got to pay Dexter Lawrence. They got to pay Danny. They got to pay somebody else other than Kenny Golladay to be a number 1 receiver.
Andrew Thomas is going to get up.
They got to pay Andrew Thomas. They got to get Xavier McKinney. They got shit they got to pay for. And guess what? They can't afford everybody. So somebody's got to be the fall guy. And in my opinion, Saquon's going to be the fall guy.
But hot take, Pizzle, hot take. I personally think I'm not gonna spoil my video because I'm gonna do a video on it probably tomorrow or Friday. But I don't think we're gonna have a first round pick in 2023.
What you think? What you think we're gonna do with it?
I think that first round pick is gonna be shipped out for a receiver, and that receiver is gonna be making $30 million. And I think that's what's gonna get Saquon out the door.
And by the way, Fisk. If that's your opinion and that's your take, good for you, because at least you're not going with the narrative that isn't going to upset the people out there, so that because you're not worried about super chats is what I'm saying. You're not worried about people liking you. You are putting your own original opinion out there. So anybody that's like, oh, what do you mean you wanting to? No, I'm giving you my original thought. Just like I did before the season kicked off, in my opinion about Danny. And it was correct.
And here's the thing, too.
Just like I saw, and I know, Fisk, you and I have been arguing about this. I told you Darius Slayton was going to be that dude this year for us. He's helped us.
He's helped us. And
he's helped us.
He's definitely helped us. He's all we had for most
of the He's all we got right now, except now Hodgins to step up.
He's all we've had. Until we got
And I'll give Joe Shane a lot of credit. Like, we talked about one show, we talked about, trading for Jerry Jude. We started talking about, like, he brought in Isaiah Hodgins, and it's worked out. So I give Shane a lot of credit on that. But the thing is that it's an original thought. And that's why you want to consume this kind of content, is that you're getting original thoughts and authentic opinions instead of just narratives that everyone else is going to agree with.
Pretty much. Like I said,
and so you can call if you want to say I'm delusional about Saquon, that's fine. But I'm just telling you, the team can't pay everybody. Somebody got to be the fall guy. And I think Saquon could get franchise tagged, but he ain't getting a long-term deal, Fisk.
I don't think he is either.
Fisk, they ain't giving him 5 years. They ain't doing it.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
They're not doing it, Fisk. They not.
Shout out to Tyrone Underwood. Super Saiyan 8 and Android 26 of Prime. Keep them. I like that. But I personally think Saquon comes back on a very team-friendly deal, because I think Saquon's going to test the market, and I don't think anybody's going to give him a Christian McCaffrey contract. And
but here's the thing, though, Fisk. If a team gave him a fat contract, how can the Giants afford competing with that?
No, we're not. No, we're not. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think he's going to test the market. And if he doesn't get a Christian McCaffrey offer, I think he'll probably come back to the Giants on a team-friendly deal.
Yes.
If he doesn't get a Christian McCaffrey offer from Buffalo.
I think the Christian McCaffrey deal I think that's actually really out there for somebody will do that.
God bless them if they do. Because
I'm not saying he should get it, but somebody's going to get crazy and give him a fat contract, Fisk. Somebody's going to do it.
This is where we disagree. There's too many running backs hitting the market. I think Saquon comes back on a cheap deal, because it's too much competition out there. Because they're going to look at Saquon and say, didn't Josh Jacobs have just as good of a year as you? Has a Kareem Hunt led the league in rushing more time?
No, that's true. I'm actually trying to think right now what team out there could really use a running back.
But the problem for Saquon is there's too many running backs hitting free agency. If it was just him and one other guy, Pizzle, you're right. Somebody will probably give him that contract.
That's true. No, that's true. But that's a good thing. That would be
open market. I mean, there's Tony Pollard, Josh Jacobs, Kareem Hunt, mad guys, bro. There's like 5.
No, I mean, now that you say it, no, I agree with you. With that, actually, with them being so many on the market, that actually helps us.
Yeah, I think we get Saquon for $12 million a year, which is the franchise tag, which is a good contract because that's around Derrick Henry.
I'm just saying, I'm not overpaying for Saquon.
Hell no, we ain't gonna overpay for Saquon, but I think that $12 million range, I think that's fair. That's fair. I can do that. That's only gonna because what? Kareem Hunt's gonna cost around $8 million, $7-8 million. So giving Josh Jacobs and Kareem Hunt are gonna go for $7 to $8 million. So giving Saquon like 12 is fair.
Yeah,
it's still a bit much, but I think that
But let me say this too, Fist. We got some big games coming up, especially when we get to the playoffs. To me, Danny's earned his contract, and I still want to see him play well. But if Saquon wants that big contract, you got to show me something in the playoffs.
See, here's the thing, Pizzle.
You got to carry the load.
You and I are looking at raw performance. That's what you and I are looking at. I think John Mara looks at Saquon and says, "That's my friend." John Mara sees jersey sales. So I think what happens is when John Mara makes these decisions, because it's not just Joe Shane. When you're cutting these big checks, you got to run about John Mara. I think what's gonna go in Saquon Barkley's favor, Pizzle, is he's our most popular player. So just from
but don't you think other teams see the dollar signs as well?
They not the same way. I give you an example, right? It's the Aaron Judge situation. Aaron Judge is a waste of money. That's a horrible contract. Aaron Judge is too old to get that contract. But the Yankees couldn't let Aaron Judge go. They couldn't let him go.
That's true.
It would have been a horrible look on the franchise. They couldn't let him go. You and I, Pizzle, are looking at it. We're like the only two people who believe Daniel Jones is the best player on our team. So what I'm trying to say is, like, if you remove us from the equation, because we know Daniel Jones is the best player on the team. We understand that. The rest of the world, and there's still a lot of fans that don't believe that. So John Mara and Joe Shane are going to be like, let's not fuck up the vibe. Let's not fuck the locker room up and not pay Saquon, because he is the face of the franchise. Daniel Jones is the best player. We all know that. But when you think of the Giants, when we're on national TV, they put Saquon in all the graphics. So I just think that
that's right, true. I mean, I get that.
But the optics of the situation, I just think they pay him. I don't think he's going to get some major contract. No. But they're going to give him, I think they're going to give him a bag. Not 15, 16 million like Kamara and McCaffrey, but I think he gets. But see how we talking right here, Fisk?
This is good quality content right here.
Yeah, you're only gonna get this on the Giants.
I mean, this is what I'm talking about. We ain't just saying, oh no. See, we ain't scared to put our reputation on the line and say, no, we don't think he did. We just out here, we giving you good, honest, crisp, clean content.
Yeah, none of that.
And you making sense. You making a great point. See, somebody like me, I don't think like that. And but you're thinking of a different, like an avenue, and now that you're saying it is kind of, it's alerting me, and it's making me think, you know what, Fitz might be right on this.
Yeah, he's the face of the franchise. He's not the best player. Danny's the best player, but if you like, it's the optics of the situation, right? Because
here's what I will say that I've learned this year about Saquon. He desperately needs, and he's a good back, don't get me wrong, but he desperately needs a bruiser to be with him.
Agreed. He needs another running back.
He needs another runner. And that's not to say Brightwell hasn't done a good job. That's not to say Breida hasn't done a good job. What he needs is a power back to go in there and beat up on the defense.
Brightwell get more carries, man. I think Brightwell should get 10 carries a week, bro. I really would love to see what Brightwell can do with 10 touches a week. I would love to see Brightwell get 10 touches.
Well, see, that's where I'm at, Fitz. It's like I would like my running back to be on a cheap deal. If my quarterback's going to be on a hefty deal, let my running back be on a cheap deal so that we can surround the quarterback with a little bit more weapons, make sure the defense can, because the defense has still got to have some linebacker help. We still need some stuff in the secondary. Our D-line is pretty nice, but I don't know how they're going to bring back both Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence.
Nah, Leonard Williams is gone.
Yeah, he probably, he gone.
Back Leo. I think Leo's gone. I don't think we can afford Leo. Regardless of the situation, I think Leo's gone. We're not bringing back Leo.
But that's what I'm saying, Vince, is we're gonna lose some pieces that sucks that we have to lose because we have to pay. We have to make some paying decisions.
But the thing is, now that Dexter Lawrence has stepped up to the level that he's at, we definitely are gonna let Leonard Williams walk. Let Leonard Williams walk. And it's not because Leonard Williams is bad. Leonard Williams is good. It's just
Leonard. No, I agree. I would rather have Dexter Lawrence going forward than Leonard Williams.
Exactly. And shout out to Bully and Sean. Remember, supporting Big Fisk is supporting small businesses. Mary G. Man, Chris. Mary, what? What that mean? I don't know what that means, but G-Men are playoff bound for the first time in a long time, and I know I'm pumped for it. DJ ain't going nowhere because we all know he needs at least a second year with Dable. Bro, year 2 under Dable with wide receivers, there's no telling how great Danny's going to be next year.
Yeah. And that's why I say too, Fitz. I'm really excited about the offseason because it's like, what else are they going to add to this that's going to help Danny?
There's no telling, bro. And I'm just saying, like, it's no telling how good he's going to be year 2 under Dable with wide receivers, man.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
Dude has not had a dude yet with him.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Is why I'm trying to tell y'all that first round pick is going somewhere special. I think somebody super chatted to me. I'm about to get to the super chat in a minute, but that first round pick going somewhere special. Shout out to me.
I didn't think about that, Fist, but that is a real possibility that should probably be considered.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna happen. Shout out to Michi. Michi says it's funny seeing the media backtrack on DJ, and it's also funny seeing media staying firm that DJ is not a good quarterback no matter what he does. Yeah, the media is conflicted.
They conflicted.
They don't know what to do. Like the media don't know what to do right now. They really don't, because they can't keep laughing at Daniel Jones because he doing what he doing. But at the same time, they don't want to say he's good because they're gonna sound stupid if they start saying he's good. Like the media don't know what the hell to do with Daniel Jones right now. They really don't. And shout out to Twist T. Don't be surprised if we get Devontae Adams. Basically, that first round pick real good in Vegas.
What I will say with Twist is that's not a bad idea, but I definitely don't want my number one receiver next year being a rookie.
Exactly. Like I said, that first round pick gonna look real good in Vegas.
I would like my first round. Not my first round. My number one receiver. I'd like him to be not necessarily old, but I like him to be a legit number one receiver that we know for sure slam dunk is a number one receiver.
That first round pick gonna look real good in Vegas. It's gonna look real good in Vegas because they're rebuilding. Now that they bench Carr, they're rebuilding. Unless they go get Tom Brady, they're fucking you know what? You know who our number one receiver can be?
Mike Evans.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Mike Evans on the Giants? Woo! That'd be perfect.
It needs to be somebody.
Oh, my gosh. Mike Evans on the Giants right now? Oh, wait. Because you know Tampa Bay is definitely going to be rebuilding. So, I wouldn't mind having that boy on the Giants. Mike Evans is our number one, and then we get us a little speed demon rookie to compliment him. Wandale in the slot. Oh, that sounds sexy to me, Piz. I don't know about you, but that sounds sexy to me, man. Because the dude, Mike Evans, is everything you want for your number one receiver, bro. He's everything you want.
Yeah.
He's reliable.
Mm-hmm.
He's quiet. He's not demonstrative. And he gets open. And he knows how to make tough catches. He's everything.
I just want Danny to have a number one receiver. That's all.
Somebody in the chat said T. Higgins. I'm not mad at that. T. Higgins showed you for how long was Chase out? A month? Chase was out a month, and T. Higgins was getting like 10 catches a week, bro. T. Higgins can definitely be a number one. T. Higgins is nice. Somebody said DK Metcalf Pizzle. I wouldn't mind trading for DK Metcalf if Seattle wanted to.
I wouldn't mind either. I don't know if that's a real possibility, but I'm not against it.
Definitely not against it. Shout out to Tyrone Underwood. Danny fell from the sky and Atlantis sank into the ocean. Apes became men and the Sphinx blinked one time. Let's go, Big Blue. You damn right, see? The prophecy, bro.
That's a good one.
They believing in the prophecy. My preachings, man. They getting that fisk in their word, man. They listening to these sermons I be preaching, bro. They buying it. They buying in, man. I'm trying to tell you. They buying in. Shout out to Barth. Wink versus Brock Purdy in round 1. I like our chances. I do too.
I do too.
I'm glad you brought that up.
That's why I'm not scared of the 49ers, because they're not invincible.
They're not invincible. When your quarterback is Brock Purdy, you're not invincible. I agree with that, actually. That's a good point, Barth. Shout out to Buck Josh. Remember, supporting Big Fisk is supporting small businesses. I think the plan was to lock down Barkley during the bye week and tag Jones. But with Barkley not getting signed, without Barkley not getting, okay, what he's trying to say is it kind of threw a monkey wrench in Joe Shane's plan. I think that was the plan, to try and sign Barkley during the trade deadline and franchise tag Danny if he kept playing well. I actually do think that was the plan, Pizzle. But
I mean, I don't know if it's exactly what the plan, but I know they talked, but they might have just said to him, "Look, man, we're gonna allow you to hit the open market." They might have told him like, "Hey, we'd like to bring you back on a franchise." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know exactly what was said.
I think Saquon did the right thing. Say if you're Saquon and Saquon's agent, you want to hit the open market.
Yeah, you want to hit.
You want to hit.
If you're Danny and his agent, you want to hit the open market.
Agreed.
If you want to hit the open market because you want to have somebody. All you want is somebody to have the ability to drive up your number.
Yup, like Odell Beckham did.
Yeah, Odell Beckham has done that over and over and over.
Yeah, all Odell Beckham was trying to do was get a sucker to give him $20 million this season, and nobody fell for it.
Nobody fell for it.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to LA. Remember, supporting Big Fisk is supporting small businesses. Facts. Jones carries himself like Sims and Eli did. We could debate on the field accomplishments, but as far as fitting in New York, Rivers and Ben would not have. Oh, bro. Phillip Rivers would have been fine. But Big Ben, please.
See,
Big Ben in New York?
I'm going to say this. I don't think Big Ben would have worked. Rivers is questionable because
is a good Christian boy. He don't even curse.
Yeah, but he's so fiery. He would have punched one of the damn reporters. He would have, Fist. That dude's got a lot of fire. I think Rivers is cool. Like I'm not hating on him. It's just I'm saying like that dude's got a lot of fire to him.
Yeah, he do. He
would have punched one of the reporters. Plus, he got a lot of damn kids too. Fist.
I don't think I'm gonna be honest with you. When you got like 11 kids like Phillip Rivers, I don't think you want to live in New York.
No, you don't. You got a lot of. You got.
You need to be somewhere where there's some space. I don't think it would work. I really don't. Even if you living in Jersey ain't got enough space for like to be comfortable when you got 11 kids, bro. They just don't.
Eli was his demeanor and personality was perfect for New York, and the same thing goes for Daniel Jones. His demeanor and his personality is perfect for New York. It is, and that's what bothers me about Giant fans. Especially content creators, is like, how do you make content about a certain team and you don't understand what's good for your team?
Exactly.
Like Derek Jeter, like it's crazy because I know there's a lot of Giant fans that are Yankee fans. Derek Jeter wasn't really all that good, but Yankee fans.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Listen,
wait a minute.
He was a good player, but his demeanor was perfect for New York. But he never was the best shortstop in the league. But Yankee fans made him sound like he was. They actually supported the dude.
Wait a minute, Pizzle. Wait a minute.
I was talking out the side of my mouth, wasn't I?
Yeah, you can't be disrespecting Jeter like that. Wait a minute. Jeter, listen, just because Jeter didn't pop steroids and knock out 50 home runs a year, don't mean Jeter wasn't the best shortstop in the league, okay? Jeter was the best.
No, that's true. I shouldn't be giving A-Rod that credit. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, just because my man Jeter wasn't.
You're right. You're right.
In his ass in the locker room.
You're right.
Every time the Yankees needed a damn run, a hit, a major catch, Jeter was there, bro. Jeter was just the epitome of when Jeter is like everything I say about Daniel Jones being the Messiah and the Savior and all that shit. That's really what Jeter was to the Yankees. Anytime the Yankees needed a miracle, anytime that the Yankees needed a play, Jeter did it.
Jeter was there. You're right.
He was
But
just
here's
there,
but that's
bro.
what I but the thing is though, is you see someone like Jeter getting the support, and I maybe it's because of the World Series, but why can't they support Danny that same way?
I think, well, here's what's going to happen with Danny, right? And I mean this when I say this. Danny's going to win an MVP in this league. Danny
Oh.
has MVP upside. So what's going to happen is Daniel Jones is going to get his credit in a way that Eli never did. Eli had to win a Super Bowl to get his credit. I think Danny's going to win the Giants fans over off just fucking sheer performances, because when Daniel Jones gets some weapons, he's going to put a monster fucking stat lines, bro. And you saw his rookie season. You saw Daniel Jones his rookie season. You know he's capable. You saw what he did last year versus the Saints and versus Washington with those 400-yard performances. His ceiling is fucking massive.
I need to apologize to all the Yankee fans.
Yeah, you really
I'm
did.
reading the comments.
You forgot where you was, Pizzle. You really
they're
did.
like, Pizzle, you need a wedgie right now.
Yeah, you kind of forgot what you was, bro. You kind of did. You know, it's like you
My
can't
fucking bad.
disrespect Jeter in any shape or fashion. But I want to go back to Josh real quick before I go to Josh, the super chat that Josh sent in. I think what Joe Shane was doing when he tried to trade for I just think he wanted to test Saquon's temperature, see where him and his agent were with the contract. So I think now that Joe Shane knows what Saquon wants, I think it's going to be easier to make his decision going into the offseason. But I really just think, stop everything. Stop the motherfucking show. That's what I wanted to talk about. Y'all owe me a fucking apology. Not you, Pizzle. But 90% of the people in this show right now owe me an apology. Because I came on here in May and I told y'all the biggest mistake Joe Shane ever made was not giving Daniel Jones that fifth-year option. We wouldn't be in this situation if he just gave Danny a fifth-year option. I told y'all that. I said if he does not give Daniel Jones that fifth-year option, we was going to be up Schitt's Creek without a paddle when it came next offseason. Because I told y'all, Daniel Jones is our best player. He's been our best player since day one. And if Brian Daboll is as good as y'all say he is, Brian Daboll is going to work wonders with Daniel Jones. I said those things. And this was before I knew Tony was going to get traded. Galladay was going to become Casper the Friendly Ghost. This is before those things happened. Had we just given Daniel Jones his fifth-year option, we'd only have to worry about Saquon. We don't have to fucking worry about this shit right now. But they didn't give him the fifth-year option. And Joe Shane probably wakes up every day and says, fuck, why didn't I give him that fifth-year option? It's only $23 million, Pizzle. Could you imagine having Daniel Jones at $23 million next season?
I know. I see where they were coming from because they wanted to have a year with him to see what he was really all about. I get that. And Danny, in fairness to Danny, he's going to make him pay.
But I don't see where he's coming from because here's the thing, even if we sucked.
Yeah, but Fizz, the narrative outside the Giants was that Gettleman was an idiot and Daniel Jones wasn't any good.
Good point.
That's what everyone said. And that wasn't the truth.
Joe Shane gets paid to watch tape. There's no way Joe Shane is watching the tape. And Brian Day was watching that tape. And
here's another thing too is Daniel Jones the last two previous seasons was having to run Jason Garrett's trash offense.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, how Mac Jones looking right now, fellas, with Joe Judge as his quarterback coach. How that shit look? You want to know? Y'all want to know the true greatness of Daniel Jones? Daniel Jones made fucking Joe Judge and Jason Garrett offensive philosophies look competent last year. Look how bad Mac Jones looks right now. Look how horrible Mac Jones looks. But y'all thought it was Daniel Jones. Oh, Daniel Jones has regressed. Daniel Jones isn't as good as his rookie season. No, he had Dumb and Dumber calling plays for him. And now you see them doing the same bullshit to Mac Jones. Piss, am I lying?
Yeah.
How Mac Jones look right now with Joe Judge and company calling his plays?
Not very good.
fucking Dumb and Dumber out there calling plays for him in New England. This dude Matt Jones went from Rookie of the Year to being replaced by the fuck is that? What was his name? Who the hell replaced Mac Jones earlier this year? The hell was his name?
I
forgot his damn name.
Somebody knows in here.
Somebody in the chat tell us what that bums Zappy, yeah.
Zappy, yeah. Brian Zappy, that's what it is.
Mac Jones looked so bad under Joe Judge or Patricia, he got replaced by Bailey Zappy. And y'all want to go out here and criticize Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is out here beating the Eagles and the Commanders and shit with them horrible Jason Garrett play calls and no wide receivers. Stop the madness, bro. Just stop the madness.
Stop the madness.
Shout out to Matthew Fernandez. Best Giants show by a mile. Thank you, Matthew.
Yeah, thank you.
By the way, Dexter Lawrence is a top 25 NFL player, period. I agree. He's the best defensive tackle in this.
He's killing it.
Aaron Donald, because he's Aaron Donald, they won't say this. Aaron Donald didn't have a good year. Aaron Donald didn't have a good year because the team sucks. And I'm not mad at Aaron Donald, Pizzle, because Aaron Donald's used to competing for Super Bowls. So when his team was trash, I can understand why he didn't have his edge with him. I get it. But at the same time, you gotta give Sexy Dexy his credit. He's been the best defensive tackle in the league this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And by the way, real quick, Pizzle, Dexter Lawrence and Saquon were our 2 Pro Bowl picks, right?
Mm-hmm.
What people have to understand is a lot of that's reputation. Andrew Thomas will probably get there next year, right? Andrew Thomas doesn't have the reputation. It's a lot of that's reputation. Man.
It really is. It probably don't even mean nothing like that anymore, anyways.
Yeah,
it's not like anybody's going around celebrating. Like, it means something for about a week, and then everyone forgets about it.
Exactly. So it's like, I don't think it's necessarily like
the end of the world.
I think he was snubbed. I really don't think Andrew Thomas was snubbed. I just think it's a reputation thing. I think next year, after he does it again, and people start sucking the Giants' dick, because
he'll make it once he gets it in. Once he gets in he'll make it forever.
He'll be there every fucking year.
Exactly. Every fucking year.
He'll just be there. He'll be shooting every year. Once he gets there that first time, kind of like Dexter Lawrence is going to be a Pro Bowler for the next 10 years because Dexter Lawrence, like, they're already on the bandwagon. So, Dexter Lawrence is definitely going to be a perennial Pro Bowler because he's getting a reputation. But it really just comes down to, how the hell this Washington Wizard team just beat the 76ers on an 8-game winning streak and just smoked this Phoenix team by 25 points, bro. Listen, let me give y'all a gem real quick. And I want everybody in the chat, because a lot of y'all are New Yorkers and sports betting is legal in New York. If you ever want to bet the NBA, never bet a road team. Ever. You never bet road teams in basketball. Only bet home teams in basketball. If I can't tell you one thing, if you never listen to a word I say again, if you were betting on basketball, bet the fucking home team. Do not bet road teams in the NBA. Don't do it. Do not do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But
speaking of that, we got to get to our picks this week.
Yeah, definitely got to get to the picks this week. Shout out to LA. Remember, supporting big fish is supporting small business. And fuck that, real quick. Them damn Knicks gave up a 60-point lead, 60-point triple-double to freaking Luka Doncic. I was about to give y'all a Knicks reaction last night. I almost gave y'all a Knicks video last night. I'm trying to wait till the Giants season is over to do my Knicks content. I'm just waiting for the end of the Giants season to do the Knicks content. But I'm trying to tell you, I almost gave y'all a Knicks video last night. How the hell did Knicks blow a 9-point lead in 30 seconds? Pizzle, there was up 9 points with 30 seconds.
I know. I was watching it. It was crazy.
How? I would have fired Tibbs because Tibbs is supposed to be some defensive guru, defensive mastermind, grit and grind. Tibbs, where your defense? Where is Thibodeau's defense at, bruh? And somebody tell Julius Randle to get his big ass in the paint and stop shooting threes. I mean, this is the problem with the Knicks. The Knicks don't have a closer. You know why we lost to Philly on Christmas? Because Harden closed us and we couldn't match him. You know why we lost to Luka last night? Because Luka closed and we couldn't match him. The Knicks don't have a closer. They don't have a superstar. And that's why we ain't never fucking going nowhere, bro. You need a superstar in the NBA, man. Julius Randle was not a superstar. RJ Barrett is not him. And Jalen Brunson is aight. Shit is annoying, bro. And I'm not even, you know what? I'm not going to slander Julius Randle because Julius Randle is a damn monster, but he's a number 2. Julius Randle is a number 2. He's not a number 1. Julius Randle was the perfect number 2. He's not a number 1. If we had Donovan Mitchell, I know my boy RJ is in the chat. If the Knicks had Donovan Mitchell, then we'd be popping right now. But just whatever, bro. Whatever. Back to the Giants. Shout out to LA. OBJ coming home plus stud rookie first round pick. Wandale coming back. Maybe Shepard comes back, and we get artificial grass now instead of turf. But trading for Evans or Adams would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, some of those guys coming back, like, that's great and all, but we still need that one receiver.
We're not bringing back Odell. Odell's only chance to sign with the Giants was 3 weeks ago, and he blew it. I think once the offseason comes around, we're not bringing in Odell because there's no point. At that point, Joe Shane's going to want to get his own dudes, get some young guys in here. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, Devontae Hopkins is going to be a Giant next year. Maybe Mike Evans if they go ahead and let Tom Brady walk out the door. I think he trades. I think he's going to trade for a number 1. I truly think he's going to trade for a number 1. And I personally think he can get Hopkins for a second round pick. I really do think he can get DeAndre Hopkins for a second round pick. And Mike Evans, believe it or not, he might be able to get Evans for a second round pick too. I think Devontae will be a first round pick, but I think he can get Mike Evans or Chris Godwin for a second. I think he could get Hopkins for a second. And he may be able to get Jerry Jeudy for a third, bro. Like, he might be able to kick the tires on Jerry Jeudy again if he wants to.
I think you're getting crazy now, Fizz.
Who?
I think you're getting crazy. I don't know if all that's happening.
No, I think he's going to kick the tires. I mean, I think he's going to get one of them. I think he's definitely going to go get a proven receiver because next year, Pizzle, the Giants are going to want to – they're going to be thinking Super Bowl next year. They're going to be thinking Super Bowl next year.
Yes, for sure.
They're going to want to win next year. And I
for
think
sure.
He's not going to – like you said it earlier, Pizzle. He's not going to want to he's not going to want to go into the season with his number 1 receiver being a rookie. He's not going to want to do that. I think you're right on that, Pizzle. I think he's going to want his number 1 receiver to be
a veteran,
a proven veteran who he knows is going to get shit done.
100%.
You know, I think that's the move. Maybe T. Higgins, because you know what? Here's the thing with T. Higgins, right? Maybe because Burrow and Chase are going to command so much money, bro. Maybe they're willing to trade T. Higgins. I don't know.
I still think it's going to come. If the Giants was able to get somebody, it would come from a team like the Raiders, who's like, look, we need to start rebuilding. We'll give away an asset for like T. Higgins. I don't know if that's coming because the Bengals are still, going through a push to try to get something done. I think it would come from a team, maybe even the Bucks, where they're like, hey, we need to rebuild because I think Brady's leaving the Bucks.
I agree, but you know what? But that's also. I think Brady's gonna go to Miami, man. I think
maybe. I don't. Yeah, I mean, maybe I don't
concussions know. And shit like that he might go. It's either Miami or Vegas. Vegas might be the best spot.
For Brady. I think Vegas is the spot for him because McDaniels. Yeah, I think Vegas is the spot for him.
But here's the thing with Cincy. I know The reason why I say Cincy would probably trade T. Higgins is because you got to understand, bro. Jamar Chase is going to get 30 plus million a year. Burrow's going to be getting 55 plus million a year. I mean, damn, bro. I mean, shit. At some point, you're going to have to start replacing motherfuckers with supplementary parts. You know what I'm saying, Pizzle?
Yeah.
Like, T. Higgins is not going to take but so much of a discount because T. Higgins is good. You know what I'm saying? They're already paying Tyler Boyd. They're already paying Joe Mixon. I mean, damn, somebody in Cincinnati going to have to get the fuck up out of there. I mean, I know Tyler Boyd and Joe Mixon get forgotten, but Tyler Boyd and Joe Mixon, they get in the bag right now, bro. They paid Boyd 2 years ago. They paid Mixon last year. And like I said, man, like, it's like the Giants, Pizzle. We don't have a receiver that's going to get $30 million a year, but Andrew Thomas not going to be cheap, bro. Dexter Lawrence not going to be cheap, bro.
I know, man. I look. That's why I'm saying. That's why I said the whole thing about Saquon, because somebody going, and maybe Leonard Williams is going to be part of that too, but somebody's gonna fall that you would think, oh, why would they let him go? But they just ain't gonna be able to pay everybody. Everybody can't get paid, Fisk.
Yep, that's why I'm telling you, like, Leonard Williams is up out of here. We're not bringing back Leo.
But see, like a guy like Dexter Lawrence, you have to keep a guy like Dexter Lawrence because he's a menace in the trenches. You got to keep that dude. You got to keep David McKinney because he's the leader of the defense. You got to keep Andrew Thomas because he's the leader of the offensive line. You got to keep Daniel because he's the quarterback. Like, you got to do all these things. Somebody else, like, and obviously we got to find a number one receiver.
It's like the Cowboys, Pizzle. Like the Cowboys, it's like, bro, Mekhi Parsons ain't gonna be cheap. Trevin Diggs ain't gonna be cheap.
Mekhi, he ain't gonna be cheap. And plus, on you already paying Dak. Yeah, hell no. Parsons ain't gonna be cheap. Parsons is gonna be asking to be the highest paid defensive player in the league.
CeeDee Lamb is gonna be asking to be the highest paid receiver.
It's just the nature of the NFL and players in today's game.
But there's another thing, Pizzle. That's why I always thought that OBJ was never going to the Cowboys, because you can't give OBJ $20 million a year when you're gonna have to give CeeDee Lamb his money, and all, like, it just didn't make sense, man.
Yeah,
the OBJ to the Dallas thing, and it makes sense because CeeDee Lamb won his bag, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Dak is due because they only get Dak a 4-year deal, so Dak's contract is up at the end of next year.
Yeah,
the Cowboys are fucked.
I know. Fucked. No, the Cowboys are screwed going forward. They're screwed. The Eagles are in a lot better position than they are, but the Cowboys are screwed. I mean, like, Cowboys need to get it done this year, or it may not happen for them for years.
Pretty much. And Dak ain't the dude. And they know Dak ain't the dude. They know Dak not that dude. And I'm going to laugh so hard, Pizzle, when they lose to Tom Brady in the first round. I'm going to laugh so hard because you know it's coming, Pizzle. I just really feel like with this Buccaneer team, the Buccaneers are the type of, they're that NBA team that just wants to get to the fucking playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden they look good.
Well, they're not being pushed either. Like, they automatically get the 4 seed. They get a home game. They're not getting pushed.
They're not. I just got a sneaky feeling, Pizzle, that Tom Brady. Listen, Tom Brady looked bad on Christmas. He did. He looked bad.
And like, go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Only reason why I know Tom Brady looked bad on Christmas is because the fucking Memphis Grizzlies was getting their asses beat so bad, I turned on the damn Buccaneer game. And I'm watching him play, and I'm like, yo, he's missing wide open guys. He doesn't want to get hit. But come playoff time, Pizzle, you and I both know Tom Brady is not just, he's Tom Brady, bro.
He's not going to go out quietly.
Not going out without a fight, bro. He's not. And that Buccaneer team just has a lot of talent on it. They're not. It's just, ugh. And another thing too, Pizzle, because we've been talking about Mike Evans. So we know Tom Brady's going to be leaving Tampa, right? You know who else is leaving Tampa next year, Pizzle?
Mike Evans?
Well, hopefully he'll be a Giant, but not him. They've already announced that Brian Leftwich isn't coming back.
Mm.
So I'm thinking they're already planning their rebuild, bro.
Yeah,
They're
I mean,
getting
they're
Leftwich.
going to be rebuilding. The Raiders are going to be rebuilding.
We
The
might be able to
Cardinals
get
might
Mike
be
Evans
rebuilt. I
back
mean,
up, bro.
yeah, there's possibilities for like
The
receivers to
Cardinals
move
are
on.
definitely rebuilding because Kyler Murray, he just tore his ACL a
Yeah,
week ago.
yeah. No, you're right. They're going to be rebuilding. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
the Cardinals ain't competing next season. They know that. The Cardinals know they're not competing next season, man. The Cardinals are kind of like the Browns. The Browns knew they weren't going to compete without Deshaun this year. They knew that. They knew Deshaun getting suspended for 13 games was like the death knell of their season. But now they're going to be ready to compete next year. So I think the Arizona Cardinals next year are going to be like this year's Browns team, where it's like, we ain't got our quarterback, bro. We just trying to get through this shit. So, gun to my head, I think Hopkins is a Giant. No, I think Mike Evans. I think they go Mike Evans.
Well, we gotta save some of the content for the offseason, Fist.
Yeah. You're right.
You can't be burning through our offseason content.
Yeah, you're right. Especially since I wanted to do that video tomorrow anyway. I was gonna do a Devontae Adams clickbait video, and I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do a Devontae Adams clickbait video because I ain't got shit else to talk about. But yeah, I'm not talking about none of these rookie receivers to the offseason. I'm not gonna talk about none of these inside linebackers. We definitely
let's get to our picks this week because I'm ready to give the people another winner.
All right, before we
you beat me. You tried to beat me up last week. I told everybody you need to take the Panthers.
Now, I
against the Lions.
Teams that can't score, bro.
And the Panthers went out there and got the job done.
500 yards of total offense.
Just like Pizzle told you it was going to happen.
Pizzle, that's
but here's what I like this week, Fist, because I think I got a good one this week. We already kind of talked about it. Okay. I think the Packers are going to go out there and do their thing and get the job done this week.
Agreed.
I like the Packers.
Winning out.
I think they got a hot hand, and you need to ride them right now.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
What you got for me?
I'm gonna take Tom Brady.
Ooh.
I mean, bro, Brady's not losing to fucking Sam Darnold.
We're taking the Hall of Fame quarterbacks this week.
Bro, I'm not stop the bullshit. If y'all really think the Panthers, if you really think Tom Brady is gonna let Sam Darnold beat him for the division, you smoking that good dope. You really smoking that good dope. I don't give a fuck. Tom Brady ain't losing no fucking Sam Darnold for a division title. It's not happening. All right, I don't need analytics. I don't need betting trends. All I need is common sense. Sam Darnold on one side, Tom Brady on the other side. Give me the GOAT. Give me the GOAT. When I bet in the NBA, I'm a spot better. I tell people this all the time. I am a spot better. I'm not an analyst. Some people are analytic guys. Some people are prop bettors. I'm a spot better. I like to bet spots. I'm that guy in the NBA who fades bet teams on back-to-backs. I just told you I only bet home teams in the NBA. It's just what I do. When I'm betting the NFL, I look for the spot. Who's in the best spot? Who's got the best matchup? It's called the common sense rule. Aaron Rodgers, he told you he was going to win out. You bet that man for the rest of the season. Tom Brady, with the division on the line, you know what time it is. Giants, final home game. Playoff spot on the line versus the worst team in the league right now. You know what time it is.
You know what time it is.
Me and Pizzle basically, by the way, there's another team playing right now who wants to lock up a first-round bye and a top 5 pick. There's a team in Philly right now playing the Saints. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Do not overthink it. The NFL in December, don't overthink it. Please don't overthink it. Also, if you want to get a mean teaser, you want to know who has to win this week? The Kansas City Chiefs, because they still competing with Buffalo for that first round bye. Kansas City actually has to win that game. Just saying. Use your heads, people. Use your heads. You know who you shouldn't be laying 6 points with? The Chargers. Because didn't the Chargers clinch that playoff berth last week?
They did.
Why would you lay 7 points with a Charger team that already clinched the playoff berth? Why?
That's a good point, Fitz. That's a really good point.
It makes no sense. It's you gotta bet the spots, man. This is the number one, and that's just me. Like I said, I'm a spot better. I always look at the spot because sports are not played by robots. Don't let these analytical people fool you. These sports are not played based on numbers. Sports are played on emotions, and these are human beings. Bet the spots. Just bet the spot. And I'm sorry, but we all know good and fucking well that Jarrett Stidham is about to get his annihilated by the 49ers on fucking Sunday. Don't overthink this shit, bro. The worst thing you can do in sports is overthink. And one last thing. Know what I just said about the Chargers, right? That same rule applies to Minnesota. You really think Minnesota in that cold-ass Green Bay weather is going to fight Aaron Rodgers that hard? Knowing they clinched the playoff berth already, they're going to get Justin Jefferson his record and mail it the fuck in. How much y'all want to bet Minnesota going to get Justin Jefferson that record and mail it the fuck in? Because they're probably going to be sitting their starters next week because they know they can't catch Philly for the first round bye.
Mm-hmm.
This is the easiest week to make money all season. This is the easiest week in football to make money. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it, man. Just don't do it. And before we get up out of here, shout out to T Savage 85. He says we lose and Diggy back on that Richardson bullshit. Man, fuck him. He don't get no. I forgot he existed, bro. I really did.
I wanted to say this too before we got left out. I want to wish everybody a happy new year. Thank everybody for. I guess the next time we do the show is going to be in 2023.
Yeah, next Wednesday.
So I want to thank everybody for listening to our podcast this year, and the super chats, and supporting our content because that's what keeps us going. And just want to wish everybody a happy new year. Be safe out there. Don't do nothing stupid. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time, but don't get yourself hurt. And just want to thank everybody and hope everyone has a happy new year.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year. Thank you for a great 2022, man. Y'all be safe out there. For real. I know it's cliche, but for real, don't be safe out there.
Yeah, be safe.
It's not jail time ain't worth it. All right, so don't be acting a fool in the club. Don't be doing nothing stupid over these girls. You know what I'm saying? Don't drink and drive. Don't just sit your asses in the house. How about that?
Yeah.
Sit your ass in the house. If you got a girlfriend, cuddle up.
You can't get to the 60 minutes if you drink and drive, Fisk.
Facts. Yeah, that's a fact.
You can't get you know what I'm saying? You got to get you an Uber, get you a ride. Then get to the 60 minutes. But don't be trying to drive and you all intoxicated and you can't get to the 60 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, man. If I had a girlfriend, I'm single, but if I had a girlfriend, I just fuck her. I'll celebrate. I'll fuck her at the crib. I might call me one of my girls over. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm gonna celebrate my New Year's. Why would I go out to a club? Why would I go out partying? It's like, for what? Listen, one last thing, and I promise we're gonna end the show. Pizzle will attest to this because Pizzle's a 60-minute man, so he knows where I'm going with this. The whole purpose of going to the club is to get pussy. That's the whole purpose. So if you dating and you already got the pussy, you don't need to leave the house. And if you a 60-minute man like Pizzle, or you just that nigga like Big Fisk, you got a girl on deck anyway. So just call your shorty over. Or get up with your girlfriend, skip the club, skip the drama, and just get the pussy and stay home where it's safe. All right, that's my message to you little young knuckleheads out here. Because everybody to me in Pizzle age in their 30s, they already in a
Hey, and look, Well, sometimes we go to the club, we looking for a 10, and we got to settle for a 2.
Facts.
That just happens sometimes. Like, you
It
can't win them all.
You
You
can't
can't
win
win
them
them
all.
all. Sometimes you got to take your L's, but even in the nail, you got to do your 60. You got to get to the whole 60
Yeah,
minutes.
you still got to let her know you was that dude.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. You still got to let her know you that dude.
Hey, yo, Michi, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm not addressing that. I'm Michi. I appreciate the super chat, but I'm not addressing that. If you think Derek Carr is better than DJ, you should be shot repeatedly. You should be shot repeatedly. I'm not addressing that shit. If you think Derek Carr is better
And
than
not
Daniel
not
Jones,
shot in the head, but shot in the foot, so you can't walk for weeks.
facts, you need to be shot in the foot. You need to shoot a couple fingers off. That shit needs to be painful. If you think Derek Carr is better than Daniel Jones, for real, run in front of a moving truck. R.I.P. Haskins. I just thought about that. I take that back. Jump off your roof. Jump off your freaking roof, man. But that's it. That's all, bro. We up
Great
out of here.
show.
Pizzle, you're the best, man. Thank you for coming through under these circumstances. And we're up out of here, fellas. Y'all stay safe. We love y'all.